This is year 4. Yeah, still got fixtures in there locked. We filmed it here a while ago, but they still got fixtures in there yet. They still got the Younkers side on the sign on the building. The building is still for sale. The Payless Superstore in this mall looks like it's still open. It's not. There's no store closing signs on it. So, right over there is Shields. I walk past my car. No, there it is. But I guess like with just gonna go in here because it'll be warmer. Anyway, just to show you, the big thing is, I guess like that Ford dealer, they were mad at me because I didn't want to trade off my 2008 Chevy Trailblazer for a 2011 Ford Explorer. It's because I just don't really like the car. I didn't tell them no, I just told them in a way of trying to turn them down that, I'm just thinking about it, because, really, it's just kind of like me saying, well, what, that's what the Younkers sign is. And it's February, and they closed in, August? But, the big thing is, I guess the Ford salesperson didn't like it when I said, I don't really want a Ford, and I don't really like that color. And he said, oh, really? Is that what's holding you back? And I'm like, yeah. Plus that it's a Ford, and I have a hard time steering a Ford, let alone braking a Ford, having a Ford to brake, let alone accelerate for me properly. And then they go tell me, and this is a salesperson at Tyson Ford. The owner was nice to us, but the salesperson I'm thinking right now has been very rude. And I don't want to say this to the guy. It's like, I don't really want to buy a vehicle from you if you're going to be rude. And you insulted me by saying that what I want, it's going to be a $200 car loan. And I'm thinking to myself, Not necessarily, but I don't know. And then they told me, so what you want, a Traverse or Equinox, is known for the engines to have an engine trouble. And I'm sitting there going, and I told them flat out, because I've owned how many different General Motor cars, and I said, I've owned a lot of General Motor vehicles. I never had any that had any engine trouble. Only one that it did show possible, and that was the 2002 Chevy Trailblazer I had owned before I traded that off for my '08. And it's like, you know, and I don't want to tell him this, but it's like, if you're going to be that rude to someone you're trying to sell an item to, they're not going to want to buy anything from you, especially if they're trying to tell you they're loyal to General Motors, because General Motor vehicles, I have an easier time steering, plus I can easily accelerate. I can easily brake the brakes, basically, press on the brakes, as you'd say. Easier than a Ford. And I'm sorry to say that to the salesperson, but if you really understood it, and I hate to say it with that Ford, I would honestly try getting rid of that Escape next year, because I do not like it. No. And then, you know what you would do? You would only give me, what, a couple $1,000s for trade on that Escape towards a different vehicle. That's what I didn't want to tell that dealer, is it's like, I'm not stupid, but so long as if you are good to your car, it'll last, you know? If you don't beat on it, yeah, if you beat on it, it'll have engine trouble. Because that's where I kind of felt was insulted when that Ford dealer from Toyson's salesperson was so rude in having to say that to me on the phone about General Motor vehicles. And it's like, FYI, I don't really follow Ford on my social medias. I do follow Chevrolet. And, you know, that's just something I don't really like. And they're wanting to sell it all, that Escape today and wrap it up. And I'm like, not today. I don't really know if I want it or not, but I also know that there's something going with my Trailblazer. But I just don't want an Escape. I don't want a Ford. And what he's doing is pushing me in a wall. And I'm like, dude, that Escape, it's high mileage. And you're trying to sell for almost $9,000? It should have less miles than that with its age for that price. And that's why I didn't want to tell that Toyson guy. If you knock down to like $5,000, but then they would say you're insulting us on the price. That is the truth. I mean, you know, because that's all that Escape is really worth. And yeah, I had enough room to drive it, but it's like I did not like how it looked either. And I'm like, man, you know, like I hate to say, I just don't really want that Ford Escape, but I'm trying to tell him nicely. I want to shop around and look at other places, because I don't really want a Ford. And you're kind of pushing me at that car. And I'm like, really? Yes, all I want is an SUV, but I don't really want something that's gonna go to on me, and I wind up putting money into it within a year, let alone, because I did buy a lemon before, and that was, I believe, my 2002 Chevy Trailblazer that I traded off for my current vehicle, my 2008 Chevy Trailblazer. So, and yeah, when I bought that, yeah, the salesperson told me a certain part was notorious what's going out in these. But they said, oh, don't worry about it. So long as if you treat that car good, you have nothing to worry about it, you know. And that's what I believe, you know. I don't know.